Varsity Xtra 2013 football previews. We're back and talking about the Perry Pumas down in the Chandler School District. 7-4 a year ago. They got, which I kind of thought was overachieving a little bit during that regular season. They had a couple of pretty impressive wins to go into that playoff game. They got hammered by Chaparral. Not a whole lot of shame in that. Chaparral, a pretty good team. 7-4 a year ago. Preston Jones's team has a lot to figure out. A lot of new faces, especially on defense, and a junior class that's big. And he was railing about this even a year or two ago. A senior class that is very small, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. I see a 5-5 team. I think the second half of the season is going to be pretty difficult for the Pumas.
Yeah, I agree with you. 5-5, just especially because of the schedule. You know, they have Sandra Day O'Connor, Gila Ridge, Mountain Ridge on there, so they're going to get some wins early on, but that's not going to be totally indicative of what they have. It sounds like with 24 seniors, it's going to be tough competing against the Hamiltons and the Bashes and the Chandlers, so not a huge upside for Perry this year, I don't think. Lane Beach, one of the better players in the East Valley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Committed to Stanford, so he'll be fun to watch. Don't know if they have all the pieces this season, but if they can win 5 or 6 games, maybe try to sneak into the playoffs, that's a reasonable goal. But yeah, this year they're not going to be competing for a title.
Yeah, and what they can hope for is that schedule, the Mountain Views, the Bashes, the Chandlers, the Hamiltons, is strong enough that a 6-4 or 5-5 season gets you in, maybe on the bottom. It's a little bit of a transition year, but I think they could be a pretty darn good team next year with this year's junior class.
And they have Highland and Mountain View on the schedule, so if they can win 1 or 2 of those games, they could win 6 or 7 games. It's not out of the question because of the schedule, but they'll have to prove it in those games.